Hi Nikita, how are you?
Hi, sir. I'm good.
Okay. Can you tell us something about yourself?
Okay, sir. My name is Nikita Kolekar. As you know, I have completed my diploma, Government Polytechnic Bid. After that, I have completed my degree, Aditya Engineering College Bid. And recently, I passed out 2021 with 85 percentage. After that, I was working in GK in Aerospace as a trainee engineer.
Mhm.
And currently, I searching job in manual testing. That's all about me.
Right. So, what is the difference between test case and test scenario?
Test scenario is what to test, and test cases is how to test.
Mhm. Okay. Can you tell me the various fields that you will have while writing test cases?
Okay, sir. First is test case ID, then test case scenario,
Mm.
then test case description, test data, precondition, actual result, expected result. Then, if there is any bug, so bug ID, bug status, bug severity, bug priority.
Mhm. So, bug severity, bug priority, these things also will come in the test cases.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what do you mean by test data? When we say test data, what do you mean by that?
Yes.
Mhm.
Test data, that means the input from test any particular function or application.
Mhm. Okay. So consider a scenario where you have to test a particular upload file functionality. Okay. So you have got a web application and there is a button which you have to test, right? Once you click on that button, the file will get uploaded. Now you have to test particular functionality, this particular upload file functionality. So can you tell me high level test scenarios, positive as well as negative, to test this particular functionality?
Sir, first I have to check the size of file.
Hmm. Size of the file.
Then the
Mhm.
yes. Then the files function upload file function is they are available or not. File is converting to PDF option is available or not.
Mhm. Okay. Then what else?
And
Mhm.
that's all, sir.
Okay. So let's say when you get this kind of question in a real time interview. So what you can start is you can test the various file types that are available. Excel file,
Okay.
the PNG file, the zip file, then 7Z file, WinRAR files are there. So whichever file types Word file is there, right? So whichever file types those you can test. Then the second scenario that you can test is you can test the multiple versions of the same software. Let's say if you have to test from with respect to Word files. So you can test whether .doc file type is getting uploaded. At the same time, .docx should be able to get uploaded, right? Then
Okay.
in the similarly, I'll give you one more example of Excel, right? In that .xls file with that format should also get uploaded. And then Excel SX is also there. That should also get uploaded. Then Excel SM is also there. So that should also get uploaded. So these are the file format types that you have to test, right? Then comes the file size. Okay. Now, which is the minimum file size that that this feature should allow to upload, and the maximum file size that this particular feature should allow to upload? So those kind of boundary value analysis your test cases will get created. Okay. Then after covering this, now let's say if you are trying to upload any file beyond the limit, then what happens? Are you getting some validation message or is it giving some exception, right? So what is the response of the uh, page during that time? Okay, so this is how you can tell. Then one more aspect you can tell if it is allowing you to upload single file at a time, or it is allowing you to upload multiple files at a time, right? If it is allowing you single file, then it is fine. Then what about multiple files? It is giving some validation message. If it is allowing you to upload multiple files, then again in multiple files with multiple formats you can test, right? Let's say you can cover 3 files for testing. You can cover different file types for the testing. For example, one file you took of Excel, one file you took of Word, one file you took of any image format, right? So those things you can test. Then let's say after uploading, you need to also download those files just to make sure that those files are not getting corrupted, right? The content of those files should not get corrupted. The content should be clear after downloading as well, right? So this is how you can test the upload file functionality. One more scenario is there. Okay, yeah. So with respect to if internet is there, right? If Wi-Fi internet is there, so file upload is working. If your laptop device is connected to some mobile internet hotspot device, right, then it is getting uploaded. Or let's say you are trying to test this functionality with respect to VPN, with connecting VPN, disconnecting VPN, then you can say, then you can try, right? So these are all the scenarios that you need to test, okay, while doing while testing upload file functionality. Now, one question prior to this, when I was asking you about test cases, the test cases field, right? So in the test cases field, you will have test data, actual result, expected result. I think you covered all those things. Then let's say if you find a defect, so you will be mentioning the defect ID or the defect number in that respective test case, which is not working, right? And as you are mentioning the defect ID, then any person who wants to view what is the severity and what is the priority of that defect, so he can open that particular defect ID in the defect management tool, and he can track the severity and priority of the defect, right? So you don't need to mention the severity and priority in the test case sheet, right? What you need to mention is the priority of the test case, whether the priority of the test case is high or it is medium or it is low, right?
Yes.
Right. So now tell me why this test case priority is important.
Test case priority.
Yeah, yeah. Why is it important?
The test case priority important because if there is found any bug,
Hmm.
so we have to mention there how many soon the defect can fix.
Hmm. How soon the defect can fix? Okay. Is okay. Is that test case priority or is that defect priority?
Sir, defect priority.
Correct, correct. So yeah, that is defect priority. Test case priority will help you to determine, whether this test case is important to be tested in each and every release cycle when the product is going live. Let's consider a scenario. You got an email from your management that this particular project is there in which you are working with the other team members. It needs to be tested and released in 4 days itself, right? And you have got 2000 test cases with you, so it is not possible to execute each and every test case in 4 days, right? So what you will do, you will identify the test cases that are of high priority and you will execute those test cases first, so that you can give a green signal to the management. Okay, no, we are confident enough. 70% of testing is done and we are good to go with this, right?
Okay.
So this is how
Yes.
test case priority plays a vital role in identifying the priority of the test cases at the time of execution. Which test case is important, right? If there are test cases which are impacting the business, so those test cases are automatically important. The priority will be high for them. Is it clear?
Yes.
Now consider a water bottle. You have been given a water bottle for testing, and you found some defects in it. Now, can you tell me high severity defect and sorry, a defect with respect to water bottle of high severity and low priority, and vice versa as well, high priority and low severity.
High severity and low priority.
Yeah, yeah, and high priority and low severity. So two defects you have to tell me with respect to water bottle that you have got for testing and you found a defect. So tell me the defect scenario which is having high severity, low priority, and high priority, low severity.
High severity and low priority.
Yeah, first you can tell high severity, low priority.
High severity, that means the user cannot store the water in bottle.
Hmm.
That is the high severity.
Okay, so the priority will also be high because a water bottle will be used for storing water only,
Yes.
right?
Otherwise, the bottle's material is not good.
Hmm. So again, that will be high priority if the bottle's material is not good. It will also fall into the same category of high severity and low priority. Sorry, high severity and high priority.
Otherwise, bottle's company name is not there.
Okay, bottle's company name is not there or it is not readable. So that will fall into the category of a defect with high priority and low severity. The
Low severity.
the company's name is not readable, but still you are able to fill the water, you are able to drink the water from that bottle, so that is fine.
Okay. So, can you help me, sir?
Okay, no issues. So let this be an open question for the viewers who would be watching this video, right? So we need the example of a defect with respect to water bottle with high severity and low priority, right? And high priority, low severity, you are clear, right, Nikita? That will be a case of a logo or any branding mistake that they have done on the bottle's name. So that will be high priority but low severity because you are able to drink water from it or you are able to fill the water. Okay, what is agile?
Agile is an incremental and iterative model.
Mhm.
It is work in suppose it is sir, give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, no issues. You can take your time to think. And in a real time interview, also, you can tell, like, give me some time to think, and they will give you the time for thinking. No issues with that.
Agile module is incremental and iterative module. In that module, developer develops a small functionality according to the requirement, and tester test as it is getting parallel. Agile module is used in a high and low project because the requirement changes allowed in while developing in Agile module.
Mhm.
And Agile modules work in this method. We can work in Scrum methodology. Scrum methodology is a sub part of Agile module. Scrum consists of meeting tools and roles. It helps teams to working on their complex project, collaborates, and manage their workload and better structure.
Mhm.
It is a project development system that realize incremental and iterative approach. Each iteration consists of 2 or 3 week sprint. The goal of each sprint is to build the high functionality first and come out potential deliverable product.
Okay. So, as I was just looking at your CV, so I'll give you two observations over here. So, in the career objective, you have mentioned seeing an entry level job position, right? So, I think you would be mentioning about seeking an entry level job position, right? So
Okay, sir.
yeah, you need to correct over there. Instead of seeing, you need to mention seeking. Then in career also, you have to mention the spelling as CAREER rather than CARRIER, right? So that thing you need to take care. Let me share the screen so that these observations you are also able to. If you want to note it down, you can note them down. Let me share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So over here you are mentioning seeing an entry level. So over here you need to mention seeking an entry level position. Okay. Then
Okay.
in career also you need to mention about CAREER, right? So that is also there. One correction and put some space between and educational qualifications. Then
Okay, sir.
One more thing I found. Yeah, over here as well. See, knowledge of different types of software development models is there. It's not module. Okay, it's models. MODEL. In in answer also, when you were answering to me, I think you were using word module. So I just did a control F. What are you telling about module? So I just searched and it came like this. And do you know about Selenium automation as well?
Sir, I just starting their study.
You have started studying about it. Okay.
Yes.
And this address, you have to, the A should be in the capital, right? It is first.
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. So you have done assignments. So assignments again, you can put in the bold. So who gave you these assignments on identifying functional test cases on gmail.com? Who gave you these assignments?
Sir, in my class, I did this assignment.
Okay, so where you took training over there, you were given this kind of assignments. So,
Yes.
so you can mention like you have took training from XYZ organization for 3 months, right? So
Okay.
that kind of thing you can mention. Okay. Now let's come to the interview. So, so please take care of these observations in your CV, right? So,
Okay, sir.
so in gmail.com, okay. So coming to that assignment. So can you tell me high level test scenarios of gmail.com? How will you test the Gmail application?
Okay, sir. For gmail.com.
Yes.
First, we have to check login functionality.
Hmm.
If user is not able to log in, so their forget password functionality should be available.
Hmm.
And after that, verify home page. Then message is user is able to receive particular Gmail. User is able to send Gmail. Then compose functionality.
Okay. What else?
After that, draft functionality. Forward functionality. If user is want to block some one person, so block functionality. All this functionality I will check.
And then there is delete functionality as well. Then you can test
Yes.
again the uploading files functionality in the form of compose email itself, right?
Yes.
Then you can
Or
test the
also setting functionality.
settings functionality, yes. Then the emails in the spam folder, right? Or any all those folders on the left side. So those things you can test,
Yes, sir.
right? Why you want to be a software tester? What motivates you on a regular basis? Like why you should go for software testing career?
Sir, I was working in a hardware company,
Hmm.
but I am not interested in hardware company. And my previous work is also testing, like a little bit same about manual testing. That's why I joined manual testing classes, and now I'm searching in job in manual testing.
Okay. So when this sorry, so when this question comes to you in a real-time interview, over there, uh, don't tell like about the situations. Like based on the hardware testing situation, you are not liking hardware testing. That's why you are going for software testing, right? Don't tell this kind of answers. Rather than this, what you can tell, you did hardware testing, right? But you were not satisfied with hardware testing. Your heart and mind told like something is missing. So you went for software testing as you were passionate for software testing. Whenever you see some softwares, you install them on your mobile and you start testing it. You start analyzing those softwares and you jot down all the observations, all the keynotes. Okay, this particular flow is like this. It should have been like this. So this is how you have to tell. You have to show them that you are curious about software testing, you are passionate about software testing, and that's sorry, you are curious about softwares, which is why you want to go for software testing. You are passionate about software testing, and that's why you want to make your career into software testing, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is how you can tell. Okay. Now, let's say you have joined some particular organization, XYZ, any company you have joined, right? And after a few days, they take you in some particular project, right? And then they want you to start testing from the very first day. You are not given any training, anything. You are just given an access to some particular website, and you are told to start testing from the very first day. So, what will be your approach?
Sir, in that situation, I want to do exploratory testing.
Exploratory testing. Okay. Then, and what other things that you will take care of?
In exploratory testing, I will check module by module and learning this module, what is defect and what the application is working as per requirement or not. And with the help of my lead, I will test this application
Okay. So with the
with
help
the
of
help of business logic also.
right. So you can take that example,
Understanding business logic.
right? Or else you can also mention that there will be some reference application. Let's say, for example, there is some reference application that is available, and your application which has to be tested is nothing but the modernization of the legacy application. So you can use that particular legacy application as a reference, and then you can see, okay, this functionality is working fine in the A application, so it should be working fine in the B application, which you have to test in that as well, right? Another thing is, you can take the test cases from their test case management tool. Let's say it is Jira or any other test case management tool, and you can start using their test cases, executing that particular test cases, right? So that thing
Yes.
also you can tell. Exploratory testing is one of the good thing that you mentioned. Apart from this, I think it is good. Then you can test it from an end user point of view as well. Let's say if some page is there, and there is one field, in that field it is mentioned that it will allow characters 1 to 50. So you can try testing it from end user point of view. Okay, if I enter some length of the character within 50 characters, so it should allow, it is allowing or not. Then if you are trying to enter characters more than 50, then what happens? So these kind of scenarios you can test. Now, what is acceptance testing and who will do beta testing?
Acceptance testing is determine whether the software is suitable for the deliver or not. It is done by also end user. It is useful to the uh, I mean, it is how friendly user can use this application.
Okay. And who will do beta testing?
Beta testing is also done by end user.
Okay. Then what is the difference
In
between
their
alpha testing?
environment.
Yeah. So what is the difference between alpha testing and beta testing?
Alpha testing is done by a tester as well as developer in their organization, and beta testing is done by end user in their organization.
Okay. Okay, Nikita, I am done with the interview. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, sir. I just want to know what is my feedback and where I am lacking. And
Yeah. So see, theoretical wise knowledge you have. You have got knowledge of alpha testing, beta testing, and whichever questions that I asking you from a theoretical aspect, you have got that knowledge. Now, from the practical perspective, from the real time experience point of view, now you are a fresher, so you won't be
yes,
having that much of exposure of how the actual testing is happening. But based on this interview, what you can get an idea of, okay, let's say if some water bottle is there or anything is to be tested. So it's very important that you test the functionality first, and then comes the UI UX kind of scenarios. In gmail.com kind of a question, right? So when such questions are coming to you, that you have to mention the test scenarios, positive, negative. So try to tell the maximum test scenarios that you can think of.
Okay, sir.
Okay, let's say if you have got some any object, fan, chair, or any e-commerce based website, so try to give answer of such question up to 3 to 4 minutes. Try to give scenarios from functional testing point of view, from performance, from load testing, from stress testing, from compatibility testing, from uh, then again from this UI UX testing point of view as well, right? UI UX we can cover at the end. So first of all, cover all the happy path scenarios, positive. Then you can cover all the negative scenarios, right? So this is how you can give the answer. So the more and more answer, the more and more test scenarios you will give, the interviewer will come to know, okay, no, she's a fresher, but still she's able to think from all that aspect. Her analytical skills are good, her logical skills are good, right? So you can give answer, and then your chances of getting selected will get improved,
Okay,
right?
sir.
Then there are some questions which are related to like why you want to go for software testing as a career, so, or why you want to go for testing. So in that, as I mentioned, you need to answer in that manner, so that will again leave a positive impression on the interview, right? Irrespective of what has happened, try to answer in an interview that the interviewer wants to hear, right? Keep yourself in their places and think, okay, if I am trying to hire someone, if I am asking them such question, so what answer I'm expecting, right?
Okay.
Yeah. um, no worries if in your life, you didn't find a suitable thing in hardware testing, right? So now you have to switch to software testing, but tell them in such a manner that that they get convinced, right? Otherwise in life, in career, everyone has to struggle at one particular point or other, right? But you tell them from that aspect that they want to hear. Yes, you are passionate about software testing, that's why you want to go for software testing, right? They are not going to come and see what did you do in hardware testing. Or you can also tell them, I did hardware testing, but I found that it was not my cup of tea, now I want to go for software testing. This is how you can align interview in your direction, right? You can turn the tables around, and then automatically your chances of selection will get increased. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Nikita. Thank you so much for coming, and all the best for your career. Let us know once you get selected, and I'm very sure, we all are very sure that one day you will definitely get selected as a manual tester in some company, right? And then learn Selenium automation as well. It's good that you have already started studying it, right? And your confidence level is good, your communication skills are good, your presentation is good. So I think it's very minor things that you need to take care. Rest all looks good.